Welcome to self-discoverywisdom.com, formerly known as Self-Discovery Media. On these podcasts, you're going to hear people who speak from the heart. They've taken the journey in life. Many things have happened to them, but they've changed it to happening for them. And in their strength, their courage, they've discovered their abilities and their wisdom, and they are now sharing it here with you. Do enjoy each show. We bring it to you with love and knowing that it's going to help you on your journey of life. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Sarah's View of Life, right here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. So November is a winding down for me. It's getting all those shows that I want to get under our belt of wisdom and knowledge, etc. Still kind of the business shows, the coaching shows, all of that. Because December, I like to dedicate it to seasonal shows, about cheer and joy, the coming together, the sharing, the uplifting. It's about that. And it's a short month because we close for 2 weeks. Nobody's going to be interviewed over Christmas. So this is a month of tidying everything up. So this is, what I say to you. As the year comes to a close, the ever-present sense of urgency looms over us. We're left wondering how we can manage to tie up those loose ends, meet our goals, and make room for our new beginnings of 2024, all the while allowing ourselves the simple pleasure of just being in the moment. The challenge lies in striking that delicate balance between productivity and mindfulness. It's crucial to create a clear plan to wrap up our outstanding tasks and projects, prioritizing what needs immediate attention, break the tasks into manageable chunks, and allocate specific time slots for them, and stay disciplined. But it's equally important to carve out dedicated time for reflection and planning for the year ahead. What are your aspirations for 2024? What new projects or goals do you want to pursue? Taking some quiet moments to contemplate these questions can help us clear and see a clear direction. And let's not forget the importance of just being. Amid the hustle and the bustle of daily life, it's essential to find moments of peace and relaxation. Whether it's spending time with loved ones, pursuing a hobby, or simply taking a leisurely walk in nature, those moments of serenity recharge our spirits and allow us to appreciate the present. For me, the end of year rush is just about wrapping up my annual projects. It's also about ushering in 2 books into production and ensuring they receive the attention they deserve. One of these projects involves hosting our Authors Anthology Summit for our Forgotten Children book. While I still have some chapters to edit, it's clear that certain aspects need to be accomplished by the year end, and while others can benefit from a fresh start in the new year. The key is to prioritize, strategize efficiently. Finishing up the annual projects may take precedence, ensuring a strong finish for a current year. This allows me to focus on the book projects that with renewed energy at the beginning of the year. The Authors Anthology Summit can be a great way to kick off the new year, but I think I might do it in December to promote the pre-order of the book. Instead, the new year will be Authors Hour, where people can come and ask authors questions on their chapters and experiences, creating excitement and anticipation around the book and what its message really is. As we move forward, we can carefully plan the release and marking strategies, ensuring that these books, mine included, yes, mine is coming out before Christmas, receive the recognition they deserve. In this way, we can strike a balance between wrapping up the old and ushering in the new. It allows us to achieve our goals while finding moments of peace and relaxation during this busy season. So as we navigate the final days of the year, let's embrace the urgency to complete our tasks, the excitement of new beginnings, the tranquility of being in the here and now, and in this delicate dance where we can find harmonious fulfillment. That harmonious fulfillment is something that is clearly up to us. It's up to how we look at things, our mindset, our attitude, our gratitude. It's up to us and what we deem as important. Now, was determined that our Forgotten Children book was going to be out by Christmas, but we've had setbacks. And that is inevitable, isn't it? We always get things pushing us back, especially when it's important. And that's why more and more we need to stand our ground. I have to be flexible on the time. I have to be flexible with a few other things. But it means that more and more this book needs to come out. They push for it to come out. So, yes, its flexibility is very, very important. So while I will do this summit and get everybody out there to introduce you to all our authors, and it will be a pre-order book and set up the questionnaire things for the January, it's a step-by-step thing. Now I have my own book coming out. It will be out before Christmas. It's going to be a soft sell. I'm not going to do huge bells and whistles. It's there if you want it, and I'll let everybody know it's there. I have mixed feelings over it. You know, it's really weird to actually share your life story. And I haven't shared all of it, obviously, the 69 years to share, but I've shared some of the obstacles and some of the challenges I've had, where my perceptions changed, how I look at life now, what I've grown into. And as I, re-edit and re-edit and re-edit it, at some point you have to let it go and let it be. Let it be what it's meant to be. If it hits a nerve or if it resonates with somebody or if it gives some insight, wonderful. But at some point, you have to get to a point where you go, it's time for it to be out there in the world on its own, set it free, and not to keep worrying about, do people want to hear this? Should I add more? Should this be explained? Have I done this right? Because then it will delay, 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 delay. So sometimes the delay is good. It's good because you're not quite ready and not everything is quite finished. I wanted my book to be out last year, but unfortunately, I have a full-time job here podcasting. And with then yet another beautiful grandson in the world, that wasn't the time to give it the time what it needed. So it's now about to jump in to Amazon. And then I have to just take the deep breath and it's there. If anybody wants to read it, they can. If they don't need to. The anthology book, however, is a different story altogether because that is about education. It's about awareness. It's about fundraising. It's about raising compassion and understanding of what we need to do differently. It's about invitation to how we, ourselves, the individual, can create something different. So yes, I'm wrapping up my shows. I'm completely booked at the end of November. And December, I really make it a point of going into shows that are still poignant, that are still inspirational, that still share some wonderful wisdom. But it's more about how we can come together. And when we look at the world today, war upon war, ravage upon ravage, anguish upon anguish, we need some cheer. So whatever you're doing in your world right now, don't take on any new projects. Finish off the ones you have. Give yourself time over the festive season to find the cheer, to be the cheer, to share the cheer, because Lord knows we need it. And then go into the 2022 with a refreshed idea on what's next. And if you know what's next, how to do it. Or even that wonderful pause of the holidays whereas I'm replenishing myself, rejuvenating myself. So when I go back out there, I can see things with fresh eyes, with fresh enthusiasm, and with my gear in full force. Sometimes the pause is necessary, folks. I have learned through the years that the more and more I try and push a time agenda, the more and more it pushes back. And the universe is always saying to me, when it is ready, it will be released. And that is whether it's a book, an idea, a voice, the next stage of your life. 2024 is going to be a big change in my life. All these books going out, being on Roku TV, Streamline, plus a few other channels of TV. Just being moving at some point, somewhere, and open. And I think that's the thing is, I know what I'm going to be doing at the beginning of the year because I'm planning for that. But how that plan manifests, when it actually manifests, is not always up to me. What happens after that, I have to take step by step as it comes. I know certain things are coming. I can be my psyche, my well-being, ready for it. So when it does come, I can act on it. But I can't act on something until it's there. I act on the things that are in front of me right now. So I invite you to do the same as you finish up your year. Act on the things that are in front of you right now. Don't get, neck is in a twist. Don't get, I've got to do this, I've got to do this. Does it have to be done this year? Is it a project for next year? Is it something you can hold off where really you're not competing against the festive season? Yeah, maybe you wanted to be a part of it, but maybe this is the time to kind of regroup, review, renew, ready for the new year. Pause is always good, folks. Paying attention to what the universe is telling us is always good. So this is what November is for me and for December. And December, I've put out a plea to people, and I do have only a few spots, but to interview people that are around the Christmas year, sharing Christmas stories, Christmas ideas, recipes for laughter, for love, for bringing family together, recipes, and also shows on how to embrace the new year, what to do in the new year, how we can celebrate the new year and get our heads right so that we can walk into that new year completely ready, willing, and able. So if you want to be that guest, just reach out to me at selfdiscoverywisdom@gmail.com. Selfdiscoverywisdom@gmail.com. And in order to be my guest, all you have to do is go to the orchardofwisdom.org and look at Be Our Guest, and it shows you everything that it entails to be our guest on our channels. All right, folks? So prioritize what needs to be done now, what can be put off until later, and it's okay to do that. So until next time, folks, bye for now. We hope that you enjoyed the show. There are so many more for you here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. Just go to the podcast tag at the top there and you will see all the many genres and all 3,000 shows ready for your listening. We are here to serve you, to help you on your journey of life, and we know that through inspiration it begets invitation. We are supported by you, the listeners, and those that we interview. Anything that you can spare us in donation would be greatly accepted, and we do hope that you enjoy the next show.